Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. I'm here and I'm upright and it's Friday. And what else is good about today? Oh, it's just a good day. The sun's coming out. I'd be a little bit worried if the sun wasn't coming out. Um, let's see what else is going on. There's Hank. Good. My audio and my video is both good. Woohoo! Good morning, fishing and picking. Hope you're having a good day. Hope the Amish are very generous to you today. The Amish women in particular. That's just going towards fishing and picking. La la la. I'm in weird form, and I kind of have like a head cold coming on. I feel like it's coming on, but it it comes and then it goes. Um, so I got started a little bit late because I got started a little late with my haul video, and so here we are. Good morning, Megan. Hope you're feeling better. I went over and yeah, in the middle of that was another thing I did too. In the middle of ending the mail call video and starting the um, Picker Daily Hustle, I also went in and liked or followed Margot on Poshmark. So, Hank, you need to send me that so I can go follow you. And you can follow me if you want. Let's see. I sent the link to everyone, so that should be trickling in. Yeah, and if anybody else has a Poshmark and they want me to go follow them, if you know, um, oh, you did? Well, I suck. Oh, okay. See, I could just follow you like 10 times and I wouldn't even know it. I'd just go in and go out. But if anyone has um, what do you call it? A Poshmark closet. I think that's where yeah, it's a closet. You can go in and find me. Mine is VZ, as in Val's, VZ Closet. Made it real easy. VZ Closet. So I put it in the chat just in case it doesn't come out right. VZ Closet. So if you ever want to go over there and follow me, that's fine too. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I am just tore up and floor up. So anyway, that's about all that's going on here. Just trying to. I did sleep in too. I hate that when I do that, where I go over and my alarm's going off, and I used to have 2 alarms going off, my phone and then a regular alarm clock, and then my phone still goes off, I think, but I didn't wake up to it this morning. I just slept through it, or I turned over and turned it off and then went back to sleep. um, and then my regular alarm, for some reason, has started going. It was set for 5 in the morning, And now it's set for 5 in the evening. I don't know. Some kind of funny joke. Somebody's playing on me, maybe. Anyway, so I got to get that fixed. And my alarm clock, my regular alarm clock, is actually across the room. So I actually have to get up and go turn it off, which actually helps. Okay, good. Large bargains. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So yeah, I've got, I don't know, 40 some odd listings over there on Poshmark. I've still got 1,300 listings on eBay, which I think it's 1305. I think I was up to 1331. So you could tell I've not been listing, but I've been, gradually selling. So time to get back on the eBay wagon and get some things listed and start selling some stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. It's definitely tempting to, to work, to try and do both. But I get, with it being a new venue, a new platform, I kind of get excited about, doing something new. So, it's definitely um, a struggle to limit time between the two of them. But I know that I need to. And I think right now, like I was saying before, I think right now I'm like, how would you say it? Like spending more time on Poshmark just because I'm trying to build it up. Because if if you build it up, then maybe you won't have to work so hard on the back end, maybe. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's kind of the way that I'm seeing it. Just looking at all my watchers and seeing what people are watching out there. I got a lot of, halfway decent stuff in my store. But there's really nothing that people are going ape shit about. I got a couple of actions going on. One of these days, Tara's going to kick my butt for making fun of her like that. She's going to say, okay, I've had enough. And if you ever feel like that, just tell me and I won't do that no more. Let's see. Yeah, just looking at my watchers and seeing what's going on. So let's see. Hank says, I still haven't got those super cute coats and stuff up. Goodness, I've got this dang test today at 5 and really need to spend some more time reviewing today. Got to get housework done. Well, the housework will be there after the test. So you kind of have to think. I know you have, time restraints and everything, but you know, you you got to spend some time on your your studies, because in the end, the housework is still going to be there, but you may not, you can't redo the test. So add some kids in the mix, Hank. She says, "Heck no, I ain't doing that." I felt like I had kids last night. Bought this dancing plush poo yesterday wearing a Santa hat. And of course they were scared, then attacked it and fought over it. Over who got to haul it off. Haul it away and lick it. Oh, okay. Pick with Joy, I'm so glad you're back. She's ready to rock and roll now. Do dishes.
Hi.
Hi, Sally. How you doing? Are you sure? I think you're frozen. In more ways than one. No. Oh, and there's twins. Sally.
I don't know. It kicked me out as soon as I got in here.
That's weird. You doing okay? Everybody's up and going and moving and talking and all that kind of stuff, huh? Just let me have my dang show. Just leave me alone. If you're talking to me, Sally, you're on mute.
I know. I'm talking to Brandon.
Oh, okay. Just like, I'm going to give you a knuckle sandwich.
What are you talking about?
You.
What's that old lady talking? That old dinosaur lady talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about you, Brandon.
She's talking about you.
Good morning, Shante. Yes, I am. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
What, you want to eat me? What?
No! Make it stop. Shante says, it's rainy and stormy here. Makes me so sleepy. Yeah. Just the cold weather makes me sleepy. But.
Cover your windows in black plastic and you won't know what's going on out there.
Naked man, is your barn door open?
No.
It's not.
Oh, okay. It kind of looked like it.
Can't put it down.
That's kind. Oh, we don't want you to put it down. We want you to make sure you keep it up. Not that. We don't want that up. We want your zipper up. Okay. I gotta regroup.
Oh, sorry, Pick with Joy. Hope your dog is okay.
Just fishing and picking.
He's a brat.
That ain't no lie. He's a brat that loves Amish women.
He's a brat that lives on this one. That's right.
Yup.
I'm surprised he's here, not in Puerto Rico.
We're getting
Is he going?
debriefed in Washington, D.C.
He's still in Washington, D.C.?
No.
Oh.
We didn't pick up on the whole debriefing.
Oh. I see.
Hank says it was over $450 past a couple of days for my little man.
You better find them pants if you want me to chip them out.
And he didn't even have surgery. Lots of tests needed to be done. Special pain meds. I hope all goes smoothly with the surgery. Fish and Pickin said, last time I covered my windows in black plastic, I was in college and I was growing something in my living room. There you go. Enough said. Tomatoes, Beth says? Oh, I think not.
Yeah, probably not tomatoes.
Uh,
Hey, Megan.
you guys are so funny. So funny.
Yeah, it's like I got home from work, wasn't here for very long, and I'm like, it's 8 o'clock already? What the hell?
Time flies when you're having fun.
I gotta find some sassy green pants today.
Sassy green pants. Ooh. Sexy.
What? Why you keep coming out here and look at me?
Can't remember what they're called.
You know, Mama locked you in the bedroom.
Oh, your dog had a bad uterus infection, huh?
Oh, that's awful.
You know,
It's not
Mama
good.
locked her in the bedrooms.
Large Bargain says my PayPal balance is 0. What the crap? Yeah, I mean, if it's not supposed to be 0, then, you know, then yeah, I'd say that you got something to worry about.
Okay.
I'm looking.
Okay.
Hold on.
I better hurry. 'Cause I
I'm
gotta go.
looking for my Southern Lady green. Oh, that's a cool mug.
Isn't it?
They should be in the bag. They're ready.
Southern Lady green sassy pants. Not sassy pants. What?
I was like, is that in the listing? Because
No.
that's pretty. That's some good keywords there, girl. Good job.
Sassy pants.
Oh my gosh.
There they are.
It's gonna be one of those.
Number
days.
48.
Ding ding ding! We have a winner. Number 48. Everybody was growing something in
48.
their living room at North Carolina State. A bunch of rednecks trying to get smart and make a living. Hey, you got to do it somehow, right?
Yep.
Pio Metro Joy. What's that? I don't know
There
what.
you go.
Oh,
48.
the dog. I don't know. I have no idea what that. I wouldn't say any kind of infection would be called joy, but what do I know? But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm feeling a little bit better, so I got a little bit of coffee in me, and a little bit of. I got my coffee here, my tea, and just talking kind of helps clear things up. So I'm feeling better. Valerie, she was asking Pick with Joy if her doggy had pyrometry. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But it was like, okay, no, never mind. Don't pay no attention to me. So what do I got going on today? I got lunch with the mother-in-law, Rose. Actually, we're going to go have lunch, but I usually have breakfast for lunch. Go do that. I don't think we got anything else. She might have someplace that she's got to go, but she might have to go to Walmart or something. But Hank, yeah, I should totally naturally be a blonde, like 99% of the time. Sometimes I just don't get stuff. But that's what I got. So going out to lunch, which is a good thing. I think that helps me get out of the house, you know, amongst the living. Um, trying to think if there's anything else going on. No, just get home, start listing. I really need to go to
The thrift store?
I need to go to the, I really need to go to the thrift store, or I need to go to the bins. I don't know which one I'm going to go to yet.
Yeah.
As I need to get I'm actually running low on inventory.
Wow. Been listing that much?
Oh yeah.
Good.
So, it's time to get some stuff done.
Large
But
Bergen says bins.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I gotta make sure that I have, the money for it, because it does cost a little bit of money. Number one, if I go there, I'm not going for like 10 pounds. I'm
Yeah.
going there for probably 150 to 200
200
pounds. Make it worth my while.
That's what you've been averaging. I mean,
Yeah, make it worth my while.
I mean, a month or so, 2 months.
At least.
Yeah.
So I might, yeah. And even Rose told me, she said, if you ever want to go, because I was telling her, a little bit worried about my tires and everything like that. She said, if you want to go, she said, bring the truck out here, take my car, and go. And probably what I would do is I'd probably just take her with me.
Right. Does she have one of those? She have one of those walker things that she can sit in?
Mm-hmm.
Does
Well,
she?
she has, it's a walker, and then she can turn it around. She can sit in it.
Mm-hmm.
It has like a little bench on it type thing.
Yeah.
And then they actually have like a waiting area.
Okay.
In there too, where you can sit down and.
That's good.
So that might be an option. Yeah, large bargains. That's really what I don't know. It's a struggle, because I know that at the bins you do tend to get a lot of pretty good brands, but I know the bins are like about an hour and a half away from me. But I know my thrift store is good too. I can get a lot of good brands there. A lot of
Oh boy, why are you jumping on me?
sometimes some pretty good home runs.
Jump at me.
So I don't know. It's a struggle. If I could, I'd just go to both places.
Yeah.
But right now, that's not really an option.
But your thrift store that's close to you, it just put out the new stuff, right?
And I wasn't able to go to that sale. So I mean, it doesn't mean that all that stuff's gone, but I can still go there and pick up some good stuff too.
Yeah. I was so busy last night. People getting their Social Security checks.
Yeah.
Were busy last night.
You guys don't like cash checks there or anything, do you?
No, but people, because they have it on cards.
Okay.
Have it on a bank card, so they'll come and rape our ATM, and we won't have nothing in the morning.
Really?
They just use it all night. Yeah, they get they get like $400 out, and then they spend money in the store, and that.
Hmm.
And today's
Yeah.
our reset for alcohol.
Ooh. You think that's
Completely
going to be
redid the whole cooler yesterday.
Uh-huh.
She was hurting today,
Oh,
but
yeah.
she redid. I mean, she up and everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how we're gonna do this because it's so packed in here. I mean, it was just like there's not any room for anything. And then, Coke comes, and I'm like, good luck finding a place to put anything, buddy.
That's crazy. I hear your dog. But yeah, pick with joy. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes away from the bins, which is not bad. It
No,
just it entails, of course, me going into the city, and I'm not real big on the city. And then, my truck, I think it could probably make another trip to Kansas City, but I don't want to tempt fate, type of thing. But it's just going to be one of those things where I have, I get a wild hair, and, I'm just going to go do it. So if I have the finances to do it, then I'll just go do it. So,
yeah,
but I'd like to do it now while the weather is pretty mild, and the roads are okay. I do have a couple of things, kind of. I don't want to say they're like, I'm like holding them back, but I guess in a sense I kind of am, just
why?
just in case. I don't know. Um,
Wise or season wise?
mm, I don't know. Like, I know, I have those boxes of all that Amazon stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if worse comes to worse, I can get that stuff, and really I should just go through it and decide if I'm going to list it or not. But I haven't done that. And then I've got all those purses. Got all those purses in the garage. I have all those shoes. I've probably got 100 pairs of shoes out in the garage that I need to go through.
I probably have 100 pair of shoes underneath my desk
Oh my gosh.
that I need to
Um,
list.
and then I've got, you know, um, I've got a lot of stuff that needs to go to the thrift store. Like when you open my garage, and I know that it probably sounds gross, but I've got probably 20 yellow trash bags of stuff. It's not trash, of stuff that needs to go to be redonated back to the thrift store.
Oh,
And I haven't done that yet. So, and I wish I could, I haven't found, I wish I could just find a place that would send a truck out.
yeah. I mean,
And
I have at least 2 places here that will come get stuff.
so I need to look into that.
But what of them already threw it out, so I probably wouldn't call them.
I hear you. And maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to call that thrift store, because I mean, I can take it, but it's going to take me probably 10 loads, 10 trips to the thrift store, back and forth to take
Yeah,
this over there. So maybe
I'd call them.
I'll call them and see if they have some way to come pick up stuff.
Yeah.
That's an idea. I think I'll do that.
Better put it on your list. So I know you got one.
I do. It's not up. It's not current, but grocery list going, of course. Okay.
So
Time to start our
so
list.
the ones that are in, so all the bags that are in your garage are to go back to the thrift store.
Right.
So where's the bags that of like shoes and bags and
those are in totes. So everything that
oh,
I'm keeping are in totes. And everything that I'm getting rid of are in bags.
okay.
So
Yeah, that's good.
so yeah, that's a thing I need to do. And
So you're not really out of inventory. You just
technically no. But if we have a good week of snow and that's another thing that I would like to do also is bring that stuff that isn't listed that is out there. I need to go through it and I need to see if it's even worth saving, or do I need to just pitch a lot of that stuff. So I got a lot of stuff that really should have been done when the weather was nice.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Amelia, about I don't like driving in Kansas City either, but it's on the north end and it's not that far into Kansas City. I don't have to go downtown or anything, so it's not that bad.
That's cool.
So I just need to suck it up and and go. So, but we'll see. We'll see how and of course finances get in the way of that too. So I have to see how everything has to play out the right way, or it's not going to work. So.
All right.
What else was I going to do today? I got lunch. But yeah, I need to get those shoes and those bags. I need to get those in here and get those listed, and just bust them out. It'll all work out. Oh, and I was thinking, if I'm leaving here in March or April, that's not too far down the road. So I
No.
really need to get my ass in gear and get some stuff going on,
It'll
Otherwise,
actually be right around the corner.
yeah. And, I don't want to be stuck here because I didn't get things done, so I really do need to get some stuff going. Even if the weather does turn bad, I still need to, doesn't mean that things can't get done.
Right.
So, time to kick it into gear. Time to roll coal.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to wake everybody up again.
You are.
Yep. I'm going to send another
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even get a notification on my phone this morning. I only got one on my computer.
Oh.
It's weird.
Wake your butts up. Get in here. Jessica's messaging me. She said my computer died. Maybe that's my sign that I should just work on my phone for a little bit and then get to bed. Sorry.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, hopefully everything turns out okay. Let's see. So yeah, I'm going to dinner or going to lunch with the mother-in-law, and then it's a free day. Let me see what on my list. What Friday is eBay listing, so it's a day that I can get some listing done, and so I'm looking forward to that. So, what's going on with you? Sorry, we're not very talkative today.
I
I don't know
know.
what's going on.
I was just checking to see because I didn't have any money in my PayPal when I made my last. I had to do a refund of like $11.65, and I had just sent all my money to Brandon,
Oh,
and I didn't even think
wouldn't you
about
know
it. And so I had money in my PayPal, but I guess they already sent it to my bank or something. And so I was waiting to see if my bank was going to pay it. And it looks like they did, but it's still hanging pending in PayPal.
Maybe it like crossed, it didn't like meet in the middle. It kind of crossed paths, maybe.
Yeah.
Where it was coming and going type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it says pending, but it says, yeah, it says refunded to, and then it has her name, and then it says refund details, total refunded, and I mean, it looks like it was paid, but then it's still in pending. See, that doesn't make any sense to me.
So sometimes what can happen is sometimes there's an e-check that can go back to the person. Like your refund that you're sending them can actually be an e-check.
Right.
So,
but
or that
it
just
looks like on my bank end that they paid it.
Oh, okay.
But then
it probably is just processing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Probably just
processing. I don't like to let that stuff go because they don't message you or anything if it doesn't go through, and then they message eBay, and eBay closes the case in their favor automatically because I was supposed to refund them and it didn't go through.
Right.
And so there's a ding,
Gotcha.
So I don't need that.
I gotcha.
I don't want none of that stuff.
Nope, ain't nobody got time for that.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody got any plans for this weekend? Sally's gonna be working. I'm gonna be working.
Yeah.
We got the listing challenge this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
There'll probably be lots of working hangouts probably today and tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm fine. Well, today I can't do much because I have to do donuts again tonight.
Right.
So today's going to be a short day for me.
Yeah.
And you know what I noticed recently, like, just within the past like month and stuff, is that when I'm tired, like when I'm working a lot,
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat as much as I usually do. Like, I'm so tired I can't even eat.
Right.
And like Brandon, we were gonna have spaghetti yesterday, or we are gonna have leftovers yesterday. We had like a couple of things to choose from, and I'm like, well, spaghetti sounds okay, I'll eat that for dinner. And he's like, okay. So he warms me up spaghetti, and I can't eat it.
Huh.
It was just, I said, it's gross.
Aw.
Sorry, it's gross. And usually I can eat leftovers just fine,
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'll run and get you a couple of burgers and a fry. Well, he ran and got me a couple burgers and a fry, and I only ate the fry. I didn't even
Aw.
touch the burgers because I was like already full, and I just wasn't hungry anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, that is so weird because I used to never be like that. It was like almost like if I was tired, I was more hungry,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I know it's probably makes my sugar out of whack. That's for sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
And well, yesterday I took my pills, and it doesn't usually make me like woozy or anything like that bad. Yesterday I was like, oh my god,
Wow.
I was like, like a
So it
circle.
probably did have something to do with your sugar, and if you're
Yeah.
taking your pills but you're not eating,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's gonna kick everything out of whack.
Yeah. Hi, Nikki.
Good morning. Good morning.
How you guys?
We're wonderful.
Are you there?
Yeah, I said hi.
Oh, okay. I'm deaf, remember?
I was probably just making too much noise with my craziness.
Well, this morning I was up at like 5-ish, and yeah, I think it was 5. Anyways, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I watched some Walking Dead and whatever, and I was like, I'm just gonna lay down until Valerie calls me. Well, and I forgot that you don't call me anymore, so I just woke up.
Well, I
'Cause
could
if I ever
call
did
you.
that,
I could call you if
no,
you
it's
want me
fine.
to call you.
Because before, if I ever did that, like dozed off right before the show, you would
Mm-hmm.
call me and it would wake me up. It was perfect. You're my alarm clock.
Aw.
No, it's
I feel
fine.
so special. That was your alarm clock.
And
And
I
now
really wanted to make sure I was
now
on
you
here
don't
right
need
away.
me.
Yeah. And I really wanted to make sure I was on here right away this morning because I thought Sally wouldn't be here because she had to work so much yesterday.
Yeah.
And I want you to be alone.
I made it through.
Sally's
Good.
strong. She can make it through just about anything.
Or if she did make it, I wanted her to have the option to leave.
Right. Well, that makes sense too.
Sorry, Sally.
No, that's all right.
I tried to be here for you.
I appreciate it.
And I'm not even really tired. I just dozed off out of boredom, I think, waiting for the show, you know.
Yeah, I laid my head down for a second. It didn't do much, but just thought, well, I'll just lay here for a second until my notification goes off, and it didn't ever go off.
Well, I didn't actually make it until it was like 80, probably 8:02.
8:03 was when my my thing said.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie, Smoky.
And then I never found out what it was. And the reason why I was up half the night was because I watched The Walking Dead, you know, old episodes. And in the middle of the night, now I know I'm not crazy because get on. I know I'm not crazy because my dog was awake. It woke my dog up out of a dead sleep too. Something started banging on my front door, like a zombie the way they bang, you know, just kind of poo, 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 you know. And it even freaked Lugnut out. So I still have no clue what it was. I went and looked out the window and stuff. I didn't see anything. I mean, obviously it's not a zombie, but that's what it sounded like to me.
That's crazy.
And I thought, well, maybe I was dreaming because, you know, I watched The Walking Dead before I went to sleep. But no, Lugnut heard it too, and he was staring at the door too. So, you know, I'm not crazy. There was something out there banging on my door. Like that slow thud, you know, and not like knock, 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 you know.
That's weird. Was
But I
Gary
never
home?
saw anything. Huh?
Was Gary home?
Yeah. He was
He didn't hear
sleeping
anything.
because he plowed the night before and then worked all night, you know, so I didn't want to wake him up.
Yeah,
But I looked out the windows and didn't see anything, so I was like, well, whatever it was. And I don't have any trees by my house or anything, so it's not like that's what it was.
Right.
Yeah, it was really
OJ
weird.
says, I sorry, I never heard how zombies bang in real life.
But I mean, that's what it sounded like, you know, like on The Walking Dead, you know, how it's kind of thud.
Right.
Thud. You know what I mean? So that's what it sounded like. And I was like, what the hell? I know I'm not going crazy, though, because Lugnut heard it too, so. And it was loud enough to wake me up out of a dead sleep.
Wow.
So I guess I know if zombies ever come knocking, it'll wake me up.
There you go. Yeah, I slept. I actually slept pretty good last night, but I guess I needed a little more rest this morning because I decided to sleep in.
Oh.
So, yeah, I woke up at I think it was 7. So a couple hours of sleeping in time. That's okay.
And I got proof I was
Been a
up
couple
because
of shootings.
I was in watching somebody's live show this morning. I saw Marco, Florida Hidden Treasures. So I was up. I just kind of dozed back off.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, though.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Wow.
Okay.
That's what my boss says too. She really likes it, Walking Dead, but when she tries to go to sleep, all she hears is zombies.
Oh gosh.
Like, you know, zombie, roar, you know, just like the growl. That's all she hears when she tries to go to sleep.
I never hear that.
I don't either.
I mean, Mike always used to say, because he knew how I was about, like, I don't like scary movies. Anything, and this is the truth. If I watch something in the evening, something on TV, or a movie or anything like that, I will dream about it, and I will dream about it the next when I go to sleep. And so he knew that, I always had trouble with that. But he could not, and he didn't like the Walking Dead at all. He tried and tried and tried to get into it. He just didn't like it. It wasn't his thing. But he would always say, I cannot believe how, you are so weird about scary movies and, being scared like that and then dreaming about them. He said, but I don't see why that doesn't affect you, with The Walking Dead. I said, I don't know. I said, I guess I have a different outlook on it or something. Something's different because I don't have zombie dreams or, it doesn't keep me up all night. And, you know, like if there's a sound outside, I don't automatically think that it's zombies or, I don't know. I just,
It's because subconsciously,
Yeah.
it's not going to ever happen.
well, and that's not true either because I think that it is a good possibility that it could happen. But that's on
I do
another
too.
that's another show.
Yep. I'm the same way.
Save it for my Walking Dead talk show.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. The controversy. Could it happen or not?
Well, there's books that say that it happened
I
before.
think it goes. I think it goes either way. I mean, there's people on both ends of the spectrum.
Is
So
Valerie nuts or not?
that shouldn't even be a question. That's a hell yeah. That's what that is. Oh my gosh.
What books have you heard that or read that said that there's going to be a zombie apocalypse?
I haven't read any. I think Sally has read something or heard of something or
I have.
Sally's watched a lot of
I
documentaries.
I've watched a lot of documentaries. I've read a lot of books on just zombies. Zombies. And the history of zombies. Because there's documents that go back so far, like even into the 1500s, stuff like that, where there's been people that were dead and then they came back alive and that they weren't right, and then it got worse from there, as far as people dying and then coming back and trying to eat you, just like that. There was that lady in I think it was like Indonesia or somewhere, and they buried her, and it was like a day later or something, she came back alive.
Probably wasn't dead.
So I mean, I don't think it's
Probably
impossible.
was never dead to begin with.
Well, and that may have been. I mean, she may have been. Your heart rate can go so low that
Mhm.
it can portray like it can give symptoms of being dead, but you know I mean,
My
I've
husband
experienced
has.
that a couple of times where working in the ER and working in the hospital, you um, do resuscitation on a patient, and you know they portray, they give meds and everything, and then they end up actually having a heart rate.
My husband's cousin used to work for a vault company. One of those ones that put the vaults in the ground for bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that they had to go back into these old graves before embalmment, and they had to put new. Hi, Todd. They had to put new vaults in the ground for these bodies, and so they were digging up these caskets. And he said you wouldn't believe how many caskets had scratch marks on the inside. That's one reason why I
Ooh,
want.
that's freaky. That gives me the willies. Woo!
That's
Yeah.
one reason why I want to be cremated. I used to say I wanted to be buried with a shovel and a pickaxe, but now I just want to be cremated. Then I know I'll be dead.
Yeah. One way or another.
Yeah.
Which my husband says,
that's what I
stupid,
would
you're
do
going to
too.
be embalmed. You'll know you're dead. And it's like, I'll just be safe than sorry. Just burn me. Then I won't have to worry about bugs crawling on me.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many, it's definitely controversial, and I don't, it could go either way. They actually had and I don't know if it ever came to pass, but there was a place in Manhattan, I think, Manhattan, Kansas, that they were going to evolve into it was like a center for disease control, and they were going to had all these diseases, in this place, kind of like the Center for Disease Control, basically. And I don't know if that ever came to pass or not. I want to say I think it was in Manhattan. But, just having all that, behind closed doors, I mean, you don't know what all these scientists and all these,
Oh,
engineers and you don't know what things
they're
are,
hiding.
yeah. I mean, there could be a whole, there's just so much. Yeah.
Well, I watched this documentary on National Geographic that said that there is a disease that will put people in zombie-like condition, but they don't
Hmm.
come back and eat people or come back from the dead. They just looking like zombies.
Yeah, the other OJ says that's been done in voodoo in the past. They use a mixture of drugs to knock someone out, and they appear dead for a long time. And Valerie said, in the old days, didn't they used to bury people with a little bell above the ground that had a string or something that led down to the casket? That's freaking
Oh
scary.
boy.
You can ring my bell.
Oh God.
Just ring the bell if you come back. We'll unbury you, or maybe we won't.
Which my husband didn't believe those stories. He thought his cousin was kind of crazy, but his cousin ain't that kind. His cousin really ain't that kind of person, and I believe it because back in the day, all they had was the doctor with the stethoscope,
Yep.
or not even the stethoscope. They just kind of listened to the chest,
Yeah.
Good for them. Well,
I
you
don't
know how
know.
many times, I've tried to find my pulse and couldn't. Well, I'm still walking around, so. Uneducated people, which everybody was like uneducated in those days,
Yeah.
and you got burying people alive.
Yeah. Hank says top notch service. I want to know who's waiting for the bell to ring, or if you're just ringing that damn bell and nobody comes to save you. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I don't want no part of that. No how, no way.
Oh.
Yep, Turtle Trader, what a subject to jump into.
Not my fault.
It's always a surprise here. You never know what you're going to jump in. It could be a pile of shit, or it could be talking about zombies. Who knows?
Spoilers away for The Walking Dead.
Comfortable Life says that's where they get the term dead ringer.
Good too. I used to like that show. They had on TV where different sayings came about. That used to be a fun show to watch. Because it's like, huh, that makes sense. Who is tired of all these damn sexual harassment charges coming about on all these
Oh my
people?
gosh.
I am so sick of that. Now they're saying Dustin Hoffman, he talked about sex in front of me. Oh, please, who gives a shit? Talk about sex in front of women. Give it up. What are we in the 40s? Jeez. There was no, well, and then somebody said he touched him on the rear end or whatever. Whoop-de-doo. Who gives a shit? Now, maybe the
I
Kevin
think it's
Spacey thing probably isn't okay, but I mean, come on, the Dustin Hoffman one, come on. Oh, he touched my butt. Well, take it as a compliment.
Probably put your ass in his hand.
Yeah, who gives
yeah,
a shit?
exactly. I'm sure it wasn't all him. Well, you
Yeah.
know, I don't know. I can't say that either, but
Well, the thing about it is, my thing is with sexual harassment, you know, women claim, and people can be mad at me or whatever, but I'm a woman, I can say this. Sexual harassment way too fast. Because, you know, I'm sure everybody's been there in that moment where I know I have, where men have misread the signs. Because I'm not really a flirtatious person, but I'm a very friendly person. And when I know somebody, I care about them right away. You know, I think a lot of them. I think that I worry about them. You know what I mean? And so you know, men have misconstrued me being their friend for me wanting their bodies.
Right.
And you know, so is that my fault? Maybe. But I'm not going to claim sexual harassment on somebody who just misread the signs. Just because they either made a pass at me or touched my butt or something like that, or tried to kiss me even, but then I said no, I'm not interested.
Right.
You misread the sign, and then they went about their business.
Right.
Okay, well now it was awkward, you know, but whatever. But it never came back up, and where a lot of people, as if somebody does something like that, it's like, oh my God, it's sexual harassment. Well, you can get people in a lot of freaking trouble, make them lose their jobs, make them lose their place in life by saying, oh my God, it was sexual harassment and telling the wrong people.
Yeah.
Now some of these people, I mean, like the Kevin Spacey thing, yeah, he probably went too far or whatever, but Hoffman one where he talked about sex in front of women and he touched somebody's butt, come on. I mean, that's really, I don't think that's worth ruining the guy's life over.
Right.
Especially him. I mean, he's old. Who gives a shit? Let him live the rest of his life, you know? And why are you just bringing it up now?
Mm-hmm.
And that's my other thing. Why didn't they bring it up when it happened? You know? Why are they just now bringing it up?
Yeah.
Because they want attention, because those people for Weinstein are getting attention.
Or it's all a money thing.
That happens a lot too.
Well, me and eBay are breaking up.
What?
I said me and eBay are breaking up.
Why?
I'm just beyond it. Like, so I just sold something, and it was my vintage jeans that are like from the 50s ish maybe. I don't know when they're from, for $4.
Oh no.
$4.
$4. Auto accept best offer of. Of course they bought them. I'm so pissed. And those were like $40.
Wow.
But I can't. And then guess what? If I cancel it, guess what? It's on me. Even though eBay's the one that. I'm just so done right now. Like I'm just. Like luckily I had shipping on there, so it made it 14. But I don't know. It just.
Yeah.
It's really getting frustrating. And I hate to complain all the time, but it's just, I'm kind of just, I don't know. Don't know.
What is Hank Kelly Cass talking about? In front of the Pope, what? Oh, I must have misheard Nikki. What did I say when I was in front of the Pope? That's funny. Hi, Turtle Trader. Hi, everybody, but Turtle Trader, I don't see her very often.
Well, can't you call them and say you
Yell at
guys?
them? No, I'm just kidding. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. But like, can't you call them and say, you guys changed my price, and that's not what what was supposed to happen, and you did this and you made me lose money. So maybe
they're gonna say, they're honestly the way
They're
that
gonna tell me to piss off.
was
They're
gonna
not gonna do.
though they have funds so that they can make things right with you and your buyer. Give your buyer what they want, and give you the money that you lost. That they can do that.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they're implementing this, this whatever this is that they're doing all of a sudden, they know what they're doing, so they're probably not going to do much for me because they made those changes for a reason.
Right.
I may be wrong, but do you see what I mean?
Yeah. But like Megan says, that is one of the choices. When you cancel, there was an error in the listing. But at the same time, the ding's gonna be on you if you put that.
Yeah, and I'm not doing that.
Unless you call eBay and see if they can maybe fix that.
I would try and go to the top. I would ask for supervisor over supervisor, and see if you can't get somebody from the top
and
to help
unload on them. Not in a mean way, but I mean
to let you know
how my last 2 weeks has been.
look at my store and look at my sales and look how how I went from selling stuff to not selling stuff and was still listing, and and then I found this error that shouldn't have been implemented.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be able to do something. But then I understand, your point of it is like, well, it happened and they're probably not going to do anything anyway, so why waste my time? And it's really it really is up to you, how you want to go about it.
I mean, you can try to call eBay and whatever, but they're I don't think they're going to do anything for you, but you can try.
No.
Would you quit?
Yeah, it happened to like a ton of her. She had to go through every one of her listings to make sure, then that took time. That took 2 days for her just to do that. To go through every listing to make sure that it's not I don't know. And Megan says no, it isn't a defect. It's written in their own rules.
That's what I said. That was one of the things that everybody was in an uproar about, was that they were going to be able to change our prices if they felt that our stuff was taking too long to sell.
Right.
It's a brand new listing too. That's what pisses me off though. It's not something, even my brand new listings have this auto crap on it, and that's not taking too long to sell when you don't even give me a 7-day cycle. That's what ticks me off. I could see if it was something maybe older, but this is a brand new item.
Right.
I don't know.
What ticks me off is that instead of sitting there tweaking with our listings, they should be taking to go fix the goddamn system.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they're. I don't know. I feel like I need to. I don't know. Don't know. Frustrated, but don't know.
Yeah, Hank says approaching the situation with customer service rep with hostility won't help. Try to remain calm
Well, I
and
wouldn't do
approach
that
the
anyway.
issue, mentoring this situation as an eBay glitch that happened to you repeatedly.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said yesterday, I had that $250 item that the glitch must have put in there to auto accept $25.
Yeah.
And I was just lucky that nobody had tried,
Exactly.
Yep.
Now I know damn well I didn't make that mistake. I mean, I never put automatically accept offers anyways, but I know I would not have done that. No matter how long it took, I wouldn't have taken $25 for them. First.
I don't even take
Right.
$4 on my jeans, on my good jeans, let alone a pair of good older jeans, vintage jeans. I'm not going to take that's just, it's just, yeah, frustrating.
$4. I mean,
yeah, I mean, luckily I had shipping on it, or else I'd really be screwed.
One question that I have is maybe this is something that you can go to the eBay forums with. I don't know, Nikki, what do you think about that?
Well, eBay forums is kind of a pain in the ass. They're all negative over there.
Well,
if I was going to go anywhere other than customer service, I would go to eBay Business.
Okay.
Griff or whatever.
Yeah.
I would go to them, but the forums, they're all negative over there. I stay away from that.
Yeah.
They're all against eBay, and all you're going to do is get down a rabbit hole of negativity.
Yeah.
Right. That's true. I was just trying to think of, some other places that she could go other than, eBay itself. But
well, I mean, nobody's going to fix this problem other than eBay themselves,
right,
not even eBay Business. But
there's really no use in going anywhere else.
You should call
so
somebody.
maybe it's just something that people need to be aware of, I guess.
Even if eBay customer service won't do anything for you, I still would call them. And I would tell them what happened and blah, 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 and see if there's anything they can do.
Yeah.
And of course, be professional, be nice, whatever. And you know that.
I'm not mean on the phone. I don't talk.
And they're probably going to tell you that they can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. It's been done. You should have watched your store better, blah, blah, blah. But you tell them you want to make a note of it in the system because this is something that has been going on with multiple sellers, and that it needs to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
And to see what their take on it is, the system, so that would you shut up, so that they know it's an issue. No, you can't go outside. The telephone guy's coming. No. No. He looks at me like, come on, Mom. No, go lay down. Where's my little kid? He thinks he's Lassie and I'm Timmy, apparently.
That's funny.
No, go lay down.
Oh my gosh. He's determined.
Mom, it's not fair.
There's rabbits out there.
The rabbits get to go outside. I can't. It's just not fair.
That's because
I never
I
get to do anything.
Yeah, that's because you're an asshole.
Oh my gosh.
That's too funny.
Jumping all over them. Definitely call eBay either way. I mean, and honestly, maybe it's a known glitch that they know about already. And maybe they will do something for you. Maybe I'm wrong. Go, Sally.
Get it.
Who had just got the cha-ching?
I did.
Oh.
I just accepted an offer on my raincoat suit.
Oh.
$17
Yeah, I would
plus
definitely call
$7.20
eBay.
shipping.
Nice.
Just in the rarity of that, it's a known problem, and maybe they will do something for you. I would still do it, just to do it.
Maybe even just to have like a paper trail type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, they don't really. I don't think they really make.
What is that noise?
Sorry.
Sounded
Sounds like zombies. Or somebody's scratching on a coffin or something. Let me
sounded like a
out!
broken record player.
Oh.
Is that what it is?
I'm testing some 8-track
Yep.
players.
Well, it ain't working.
Houston, we have a problem.
Well, it's like, okay. You get an 8-track tape player, right? And you hear the motor running, but no sound comes out. So you open it up and find that the belt is just disintegrated.
Mm-hmm.
So you go online and look to see how much a belt is, and it's like $13, $14 for a belt. So you go, well, what if I get a new belt and put it on and it still doesn't work? So I go down to Dollar General and buy a thing of big postal rubber bands.
Mm-hmm.
And I put one of those on, and it's obviously not good enough to run it, but kind of does.
Oh.
It's not turning it fast enough.
So is that's telling you that it definitely is the belt, and
Well,
that if you got the correct belt
if I had
for
a
it,
belt instead of a stupid rubber band, yeah.
then it would potentially work.
Sound is coming out now.
Right. Well, that makes sense.
It's just going the wrong speed. So it sounds like that.
That sounds awesome.
Sounds like one of those, you know how when I was a kid and I used to go to church, they would tell me, listen to this music, how they're playing it backwards, and there's like a satanic message that they're giving to you, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Me.
Wow, they did that to you? You had an intense church.
Oh my gosh.
I remember when that was a big thing. They used to play back everybody's music.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So That was the J. Giles band in really weird slow motion.
That was a big thing back in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Played
Really?
backwards.
Oh yeah, Iron Maiden and what was that? Black Sabbath.
Did it scare you away?
They
It
said that it was
scared
giving messages.
Yeah, it scared me to a certain extent.
Was it?
Because I was always kind of like, I don't want to say that I didn't believe, but I always had that, just the question of, of the things that they were telling me. And, sometimes like I felt like, sometimes I kind of I was like a bad kid. And so I kind of went over to the edge a little bit. And then, so something like that would kind of, bring me back to the good for a little bit. And then, of course, I'd backslide and do bad again. But that's part of being human, right?
That's
See,
just
that's
part
a
of being.
rubber band, and it doesn't fit very well. But at least I know sound comes out of it now, if it will turn.
Yeah. So I think you could probably take the hit and order the belts, right?
I suppose.
You're still kind of thinking about it.
Right now it's worth $0. If I order the belt and it works, it's worth $30. But I got to spend $13 on a belt, so I don't know.
Do you get more than one belt, or is it just for one belt?
It just has one belt.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, I'd rather it be worth 30 than be worth nothing and sitting over in the corner.
Yeah, but it depends what he paid for it, plus the 13, and then he's going to get $30 out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I paid
minus 13 minus what he's got into it.
I paid $15 for this one and another one, and 3 boxes full of 8-track tapes.
Okay, so you don't have much into it.
No. So
I would say do it, and you can sell it as a lot, and then it's worth a lot more than 30.
Yeah, I don't know. And
But
the other one,
I don't know eBay.
the other one's doing the same thing, but if it's fixed up, it's worth $100. So
well, that one's worth it then.
Yeah. It's
but
a good little.
if I was going to jerk the cover off and give it a whirl, I was going to do the cheap one first. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't list very fast. I get into stuff like this and I just get time sucked down a rabbit hole of infinity.
So
I don't know what to do. Maybe it'll work better right side up. The belt is on the bottom though, so to get to the belt, you have to.
Oh, excuse me. I would say fix them, but I don't know. Definitely the $100 one.
Yeah, I mean, if I put a rubber band on it and it gets sound out of it, yeah, I'll go ahead with that one. Okay, get ready for some more J. Giles and weird sound.
We're ready.
Brace yourself, kids. Man, doesn't that just sound precious?
Music to my ears.
What is that, Jenny? Jenny's barking at it. What is that?
dogs are barking.
That's mine.
Oh.
That's funny. Whoa, Fruity Cheerios. I've never heard of that.
Fruity Cheerios.
I'm grocery shopping.
Oh.
Wow. Sounds better every time.
That's definitely not music to my ears. Definitely not.
Angel in a centerfold. That's what it's playing.
I just remember that song being so different.
That's going too slow. Angel in a centerfold. Am I violating copyright laws?
Probably.
Even in slow motion?
Probably. Okay. That's all right.
Where's my
Sorry,
song go?
sorry, Todd. I muted you.
Thumbs up.
Well, it's better than the other finger. That was just a little much. I fixed it though.
Oh man, what a day! What a day! And I'm
I
not
popped-
going on vacation. Damn
You're
it!
not?
Nope,
Why?
because they filled it.
Oh.
So I was gonna go, and then she said this morning that the guy, the client called her. They're like a third party fill-in place,
Mhm.
and said that he filled it with his own people last minute.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's lovely, thanks.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, you just, if they can do that, it's kind of hard to. I mean, if you're going through and making all the arrangements for, childcare and all that, then that's not very.
So the only upside to it is that his mom's still going to take Sophia tonight so I can work
Oh, well.
and she can spend some time with grandma. So that's always a positive thing that came out
Right.
of it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just like, I don't
Yeah,
know
definitely.
if I could get much more bad luck for the last week or whatever.
Well,
But we'll see. I say that, but we'll
you'll
see.
be fine.
Oh, no, I know.
You'll be fine. You'll make it through. We're survivors.
I'm a survivor.
That's what we do.
I know.
We survive.
Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just like the run of the luck, right? But the positive part about it is it can only go up. I mean, you can't really get much crappier than broke and, you know. So I'm going to
Yeah.
list all day and hopefully that starts showing something. So,
Yeah.
no matter if I'm mad at eBay or not, I'm still going to list and hopefully I get some sales.
Well, if I make it, I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like tomorrow, but who knows? I might get a wild hair tomorrow and head up to the bins or head down to the bins.
Down. Well,
So,
what tomorrow is?
I mean, I don't really like to go on Saturday or the weekend, but you never know. And I don't want to make any like plans because
No, yeah, I know.
plans never work out. But if things go okay today, then possibly I might be able to go. So we'll
Cool.
just leave it at that.
That works.
And if I go, then maybe I'll call you and let you know.
Yeah. That would be good. Let me know. You better not maybe call me. If you're going to the bins, you better call me.
I'm going to call you if I go to the bins. I will call you, yes.
Okay. Because, hell, I'll go even, yeah. Yep.
I mean, for me, it's not, probably other than the truck, working right and things like that. But, I have to make sure that I have money for gas and, I'm not going to take $20 there. If I'm going to go, I plan on getting 150 pounds, to 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Because
I don't blame you at all.
gotta make it. I gotta make it worth the trip. So
yeah, because if you're not going to spend that much, you might as well just wait another week, wait it out, and then have $200. I mean, there's no justification on going and just get. Now me, just to go out there and take $20, it's not that big of a deal. I mean,
right, because you're a lot closer, and you don't have as much of a.
And I can tell my boyfriend, give me $20.
Yeah.
Give me $20 so I can go to the bins because I need it after this week.
Yeah. I deserve it.
Yeah. He'll be like, okay, woman. That's exactly what he'll say. Okay, woman. I'll tell my mom to give me a PayPal working capital loan. I'm teasing.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. And if I don't go there, then it probably wouldn't hurt me to get my butt out there in the garage and start figuring stuff out anyway. Bringing stuff, because I do need to bring stuff in and start getting to work on that. Yeah. What's going on over in the chat? Blackberry Thistletea says she's going to an auction tonight. Well, that's good.
That's cool.
Jennifer says the law of attraction has helped me so much now, as well as in the past. Yep.
What's that mean?
Well, law of attraction is just like, getting rid of the negative and kind of changes your way of thinking as far as negative into positive type of things. Yeah, and I listen.
If I just go about my day and be merry and keep listing and working, that eventually it's got to pay off. Is that what that? Okay.
Well, that and it's just your way of, instead of thinking negative, you think positive, which is harder than it sounds.
Oh no,
'Cause
yeah, that's really hard.
I think sometimes, just thinking of, you think of something like, you look at your bills and you're like, I'm not going to have enough money to pay the bills this month. Well, if you keep telling yourself that, then that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
But, if you look at it in the other perspective, you can say, yeah, I'm going to be fine this month, or things are going to work out, and I'm going to get the money to pay the electric bill, and
Yeah, that's hard to. Most of the
it's
time,
hard it's hard to do when you're dealing with bills, real life situations. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest thing.
Yeah, no, that is hard, but that's I mean, I agree. And usually, when I am in a more positive mood, it does help.
Yeah.
It seems to work out, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes when you just get slammed for like a week solid, you just get to the point where you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's hard to be positive, But
Sure.
no, I get it. I definitely get it. It definitely makes a difference, I think. I agree.
How's my sound?
You're sounding good.
You sound better than Todd's radio.
You sound like Nikki.
Well, there's more lights on my modem. I tried to connect. It says wrong password, but
Huh?
I don't know.
So did he fix it?
Well, he came and replaced the outside box, but that was all he had to do. But I see now my green light ain't blinking anymore like it was. And
so is that a good thing?
yeah, I'll call him after the hangout and have him refresh my modem or whatever. And I'm sure it'll all be fine. Holy shit, if I was that phone guy, I'd have been scared with Lugnut in here. You sound like you wanted to eat the guy. Lugnut sounds tough if you don't know him. Holy smokes.
Dogs are funny.
I feel bad for anybody that tries to break into this place. Eat them.
Well, that's horrible. Comfortable life. He said I have to leave my test at the hospital Monday and go out of town because one of my daughter's testings looking like a possible brain tumor.
Oh,
Well, that's
no.
awful.
I'm sorry, Charles.
Yeah.
He deals with enough shit with his own health.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll keep her in my prayers. What's her name?
Yeah. We all will. Hello, Mary. Working on eBay, changing my shipping to flat rate. Going to see how that works.
To flat rate?
Yeah.
So, what were you on calculating?
Yeah. I mean, I do myself. I do calculated, but
Okay.
That's what I do too.
Oh, okay. Please change. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to kind of, change things up and see if one way works better than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your way, that's the thing is, just because it works for somebody, it may not work for you. So you have to, see how it goes. Yeah, that's true. Comfortable life. I mean, you definitely. He says, I don't think positive thinking is as important as having the fight. You
Yeah.
have to have the will to survive. And I believe that you can will yourself to death.
Oh, sure.
If you don't want to, if you're going through something and you don't want to deal with it, you can actually will yourself to death. I think, just by thinking it.
Take for instance my mother and my sister. My mother and my sister both were raging diabetics. They both had heart problems. They both had this. They both had that. Many, many different kidney problems. They had to have dialysis. My mom lived to 59 years old. and she she was a huge fighter. And my sister, who does not have children, does not have hubby or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
She only lived to be 44. And she went down a hell of a lot faster than my mother did. She was a lot worse than my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I think a lot of it had to do with my sister did not. My mother had things to live for. My sister felt like she didn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that
Yeah.
honestly has a lot to do with that. You know,
Oh yeah.
her name is Hannah.
Absolutely.
I'll keep her in my prayers. I hope everything. I hope
Yeah,
they're wrong.
I'm
You
sorry.
know, one time, my daughter, her friend in high school, she had to keep going into the hospital because they said she had an inoperable brain tumor,
Mm-hmm.
and they told her that she only had a few years to live, that it would kill her. That was diagnosed up here in Duluth. Well, her parents were not going to accept that.
Mm-hmm.
So they went down to Mayo Clinic. And when she went down to Mayo Clinic, she found out she never had a brain tumor.
Wow.
Completely and totally healthy. There's nothing wrong with her. To this day,
Wow.
my daughter's still talking to her. There's nothing wrong with her.
Huh.
So
There's a lot of people that have to fight things like that, like cancer and stuff like that, and they just lose hope. And you have to hope for the best. You have to try to do what the doctors say, and maybe even look into some alternative types of medicine to help you, because there's like vegetables and stuff that can help your appetite and help help your brain function and all of that. One person that I know that has went through brain cancer, and he's still alive and still fighting, is Charles Trippy. He's a avid YouTuber. My husband will not stop calling me. I'll be right back.
I have a cousin in Michigan who she had a brain tumor like 20 years ago. They operated on it, got rid of it. She ended up like 5 years later having another brain tumor. They operated on it, got rid of it. This was probably, well, my mom was still alive with the second brain tumor, so it had to have been even longer than that. So, because my mom's been gone for 15 years now. And so I would say it's got to be at least 17 years ago that she had her second brain tumor removed. And she hasn't had one back since.
Hmm.
So, sometimes even if they do have brain tumors, maybe there's something they can do about it. So there is
Right. Well, and that's the thing too, is like, you were talking about your daughter's friend and everything. If her parents were, just accepting what the doctor, said, what the first doctor said, with that, I mean, that could have willed her to die.
Yeah.
I
Or they
mean,
could have given her unnecessary treatments that could have killed her.
exactly. So
I mean, look at all that radiation, all that strong radiation and shit like that. I mean, that could
right.
kill a healthy person because
Right.
there's nothing for it to
Exactly.
attack. So what's
Right.
it going to attack? It's going to attack anything that's good.
Right.
Yep.
So, I mean, I always suggest, if something like that, always get a second opinion, because, doctors are, educated guessers.
A second opinion at a reputable hospital, like something like Mayo Clinic or John Hopkins or something like
Right.
that. Something
Right.
where they're known to to work miracles, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, because our hospital up here is a well-known heart hospital and everything. Like, I mean, it's a big system and it's a good system, but you know, you got shitty doctors everywhere, you know.
Yep. That's right, fishing, picking. You got to keep on keeping on.
Yep.
Um, OJ says, my father is a naturopathic doctor. He tests patients on a computer and it measures their will to live from 0 to 100. He's found that this correlates more than any other treatment on their recovery. I completely agree with that. I think that has so much to do with it. I will be right back. I have to go for a minute.
Okay. We'll be here.
I'm sorry, I thought I was unmuted.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Charles Trippey he had, I know that he's had at least 2 surgeries. And the first one, I know that they filmed it. And it wasn't all blood and guts or anything, but it just showed his brain. And it was awesome. And he actually was awake for his brain surgery because because he plays guitar and stuff like that. He plays for We the Kings. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of him, but he's a guitar player for them, and before he started even with We the Kings, he got YouTube's first award for having a ongoing vlog every single day for like, I don't know, I think it was like 3 or 4 years straight. And he never missed a day. And so he got YouTube's award for that. And but he's a very strong and influential person for what he's been through. But yeah, he was awake. He was awake during his surgery as they filmed it. He was awake, and they because they wanted to make sure that they didn't mess with the part of the brain where he couldn't play guitar anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so they wanted to make sure that he could still do that. So they made sure that he, still had his motor skills,
Also, A Comfortable Life wants to know anybody doing guaranteed shipping. I signed up for it, but nothing's showing up on my listing. I signed up for guaranteed shipping a long time ago, and it never came about. I never heard anything more about it. Because back when I signed up for it, you had to sign up for it. You couldn't just get it.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it because I thought that there would be a bunch of glitches with it.
Yeah, I never heard anything more about it, so I don't know. I never looked back into it. I was like, well.
Let me look at this. Hank put a link in there for eBay announcements. But it's not even coming up. Let's see.
Yeah, The Comfortable Life said they gave him up for dead 6 years ago. I told them I didn't believe them. They got pissed because I said I was calling them liars. I'm considered a medical enigma on record. I have a friend who was offered hospice about 8 times already in the last 70 years, and he's still fighting. He's still fighting like crazy. So Well, what one wants to?
Yeah, I actually had just put a like a title in for a listing yesterday on my mobile, and it did that to me. It put in best offer, and to accept within this these except within certain amounts of money or whatever, and which was what was happening to Jessica. And I mean, you could change it, but if you don't catch it, like I almost skipped it because I thought it was one of them that I had made a title for. Then I saved it, and then I went back to it a couple of different times, and I had thought that I had already put in the amount, and I'm like, wait, I didn't put in an amount yet, and they already had one there. Okay, I finally loaded. Starting this week, eBay will begin testing a feature that will add best offer to auction style listings. Only a select group of consumer sellers, those who are new to eBay or sell only occasionally, will be included in the test. Well, I'm not either one of those. Based on previous tests, we found this feature drives higher sales conversion, especially in cases when the starting bid is set higher than the recommended buy it now price. The option for a best offer disappears after the auction receives its first bid. Sellers can auto decline best offer requests through the manage offers feature. On desktop, go to the item page, view item, manage offers, and change offer settings. Last week, this feature was inadvertently applied to some of our small business seller auctions. We have addressed this issue and apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. There are no plans to enable this feature for business sellers who use the auction style format. Who knows?
Well, I hope it's not. I hope it's not happening to just mobile people, because I've been shouting from the rooftop to use your mobile app for years.
Is that what
I've
happened?
been
to
using
Mama
mine
J?
for years and have never had a problem until just recently. With my listings.
What, Todd?
I said, is that why Mama J's account messed up?
We don't know.
I mean, it seems like it might be some of that or part of that, but
Were all those
she's not a new seller really either, and they were doing the test on people that are just like rarely selling. That's what it sounded like to me, anyways.
Jessica, are all those listings done on mobile?
Not all of them, I don't think.
But even if you have just one, then it's going to just use your settings on what you've done before default.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
And in a way, you kind of like that because you don't have to do as much work, but in another sense, it could really screw you over.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just something to, definitely keep your eye on and be aware of, if anything else,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna yell at Tara because both my doors were green yesterday or blue, and
I was gonna say, if they're green, you're special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were blue.
I want a green door.
Yeah. That means money.
No, I'm teasing.
We were telling her about, a couple of years ago, everybody was talking about how their blue door was red, and so they figured eBay was shutting their listings off.
Well, I mean, if you notice things that are different, and I mean that would be a noticeable item,
Not if
that
you clicked on a different screen.
right. I mean,
Usually
if
click
you
on a different screen, the door turns color.
right. So then you automatically think, well, what's going on here? There's something's going on. And I always say I paint my door. I'm not going to wait for them to, change it. I'm going to take things into my own hands.
You got to have curb appeal, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
There, speak of the devil.
I totally believe in the colored door thing. I mean, so don't think so I hope everybody thinks I'm an idiot. Anyway, I was trying to make a joke.
Can't believe you did that with a straight face.
And then me and Sally always say that they know that we're sisters, so they either give it to one or the other. They don't give it to both of us.
Mm-mm.
If
my
they open
door,
one,
my door's blue, so
They
the
play
sales are coming in.
if one,
favorites.
oh yeah, Sally's definitely the favorite.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's why I'm still part time.
Oh man. Well, and I need to go pay for my tags because I'm late on my tags. But I lost my car keys 2 days ago and I can't find them.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm like, I don't know. I think I need a white flag. No, I can't. Yeah, I can't find my car keys. I've been looking for 2 days.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
Wow.
I don't worry about paying my tags till they're like 4 or 6 months overdue.
Yeah.
We have
Well, you get pulled over the first time, right?
we get a
Yeah.
fee for it. That's the only shitty part is that we get a fee for if it's late.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah, Wisconsin, you get a late fee too.
Well, apparently Tara doesn't, or she doesn't care. It's worth the late fee.
well, I usually
She's in
no,
Wisconsin.
it's $10. I
Oh.
try not to be that late, but sometimes we have vehicles that get parked that don't get driven in the winter, and then I'm like, well, I don't really have to register right now anyway. What the hell does it matter?
Well, it's my main driver. Well, it was before I lost
Yeah.
the keys, but now
Because
it's
there's
just,
some cars up here that you never know if it's going to start after winter.
Yeah, it's true.
and my boyfriend already told me he's not giving me $20 for the bins unless I find my car keys.
Uh-oh. Well,
Yeah.
there's an incentive.
I don't know where they're at.
I got caught driving my truck with expired plates, so then you got to pay like how many years it was expired, and that one was like a year and a half, then plus the current one. So that's a hefty ticket. And then I got nailed with no seatbelt on because I never wear a seatbelt, so that's another $10 on it. And
Yeah.
then I didn't get my ticket paid right away, so then I got my license suspended. So then Jim wouldn't let me drive for like 2 days, and I can't stand that. So then I went in and paid the ticket so I could have a driver's license again. Because Jim never drives. I drive everywhere. So anyway, and I don't like being a passenger.
Yeah,
Me neither.
I can't deal with it.
Yeah, I got to be in control.
I am a control freak.
One time I had my license suspended and didn't realize that I was out driving truck all over the road.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
No.
well, once I got home and I quit and went to FedEx, FedEx couldn't hire me because my license was suspended. Thank
Oh my
God I
God.
never got pulled in and found out on the road somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Anyways, here it was Homeland Security shut me down because I never changed when I got married back in 93. I never changed my social security number over to my married name.
Oh.
And after 9/11, if CDL drivers that had hazmat endorsements didn't have all their ducks in a row, they shut them down.
Ah.
So FedEx was like, okay, we're going to hold the job for you, probably because I was a woman, you know. They're like, we want you, we're going to hold the job for you, just get your license taken care of, and we'll hire you as soon as that's done. Well, then I was without a job, so I went down to Labor Ready and thought, well, I'll do day labor until I get my license figured out, right? And so anyways, I went down to day labor and they're like, we can't hire you. You've been blackballed.
Wow.
I was blackballed from life. I couldn't work or nothing because if anybody hired me, my social security number had been flagged. And if anybody hired me, they would get a huge fine. So I was like blackballed from life for probably about a month.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, son of a bitch.
So at that time, did you start selling on eBay?
No, well, no, I wasn't selling on eBay then.
Oh. Gotcha.
I wasn't even doing it part-time then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like completely and totally blackballed from life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get your shit in order, 'cause, yeah.
You have to have your title to get your tags, or no?
No, you got a card here that you get.
Huh?
They just send us a card and then you send it back in and then you get your tags. I don't think you need your title. Not in Wisconsin, you don't need your title for tags.
No, you can just go into the DMV too and do it.
Unless it's like the first time you've ever gotten them on the
You
vehicle.
know we have to have insurance, but here anyway, you gotta.
Oh, they make
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah, you have to have insurance. So insurance, and I think I can just take in my old registration, and I should be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, you will
But you
be.
gotta find your keys.
Yeah, I know.
You need those llaves.
Maybe they're in the car.
Sophia, did you take mommy's llaves? She probably took them and hid them.
I love that name, Sophia.
I know, I love it too.
Especially for a little girl.
It reminds me of Sophia the First.
That's what we named her after. Well, we found a Sophia the First bouncy ball at a swap meet, and I was like, well, that's a cute way to spell it. You want to just name her that? And he's like, sure, that's fine. And we just named her that.
Yeah, I think Sophia is a beautiful name.
Thank you.
That's like one of my favorite names. Why I never named my kids Sophia, I don't know, but and of course, my family thought it was hysterical that, I was blackballed from life from Homeland Security because I'm like totally like the most legit person ever, Never done anything really to get in trouble in my life except in high school I was fighting, but other than that, I have a clean record,
Just because you didn't update your social security number with your married name?
Yeah. Well, it was mainly because I had a CDL with a hazmat endorsement. That's why they red flagged me.
Oh.
It was after the September 11th thing,
When I married Jim, I did do the social security number, but I didn't do my driver's license. And let's see, until like maybe a year and a half ago. So we would have been married for 7 years before I put my married name on my driver's license.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was non-committal. I didn't know if it would work out.
No, I had been married. Well, this was probably 2000. When did I start at FedEx? 2004, 5.
Oh, I love you. Look at this.
So I'd already been married like 12, 13 years.
You're so beautiful.
I guess it was time.
Okay, let's see what's going on with this guy
Yeah,
here.
it's a pain in the ass when you get married because men don't have to change anything. Women got to
Exactly.
update their social security with a married name and change your driver's license. And
Yeah, they should have to do something, right?
yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, nothing changes for men when they get married. Nothing changes.
Nothing changes. Absolutely.
We know. That's what we're bitching about.
I think he's being sarcastic.
Oh yeah.
I was being sarcastic.
That's what I
Everything
thought.
changes when you get married. Turns my world upside down back then.
You don't yell. You use your inside voice. No, thank you.
What?
Poor Maria Shriver.
Once a month?
She did not age well, did she? She looks like a damn skeleton.
Fish and Pickett said my bank account changed.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Tell you want to go bye-bye. Get the keys. Let's go bye-bye. Get the keys, Sophia. Let's go. Tell you to give her $1 if she has keys.
She doesn't know what $1 is.
Oh. Tell you to buy her ice cream if she has keys.
Bribery.
Bribery goes pretty far with kids.
Yeah, it does.
See, that's the thing. I can't bribe her because she doesn't know. She doesn't have that mental. Her mental capacity is like she doesn't understand what you're telling her.
Right.
So you tell her like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you," and she just looks at you. She doesn't know what you're telling her.
Oh.
You didn't see that little blade thing that goes with the grinder, did you?
And find some other keys and shake them at her. I don't know.
What's that? For shipping, I took his picture.
Yeah, the grinder was inside that.
Yeah, and I took its picture. It's in the house. I took its picture with it.
Grab a set of keys, dance around shaking them, having fun, and maybe she'll go get the keys and want to dance around and have fun too.
That's how she would know what I was talking about. Yeah, that's how I have to talk to Sophia.
I'll do it.
Oh man,
that's funny.
My nephew Nicholas always had a fascination with keys. He was always had the keys in his pocket. So anytime we were missing keys, we knew to look at Nicholas. And even to this day, if anybody's missing keys, we know to talk to Nicholas. He's almost 30 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Like if he moved our car or whatever, he'd put our keys in his pocket, and then he'd leave, go home or something, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, where are my keys?
Yeah.
Oh, Nicholas is at home with them in his pocket. You know?
Sophia, you have to sit here, sweetie.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the day. I think I gotta get myself together so I can go to lunch. get a
Okay.
couple of things, get the dogs ready and all that good stuff.
Well, good luck
So,
finding your keys, Jessica. Good luck with everything. Comfortable life with your daughter. I hope everything turns out okay.
yeah, absolutely.
I hope you get more good news than bad news.
Absolutely. Hank Allen, good luck on your test. She's got a test
Yes,
this
ma'am.
afternoon, and
Yeah, good luck on your test.
so I hope everybody has a great day and a great Friday, and be positive. And we will.
Are you having your posh talk tomorrow or no?
Yeah, I think so. Only if I don't go to the Benz.
Oh.
If I go to the Benz, then I don't. We might do it later on, or
And you can do Ben talk.
we do posh talk. Yeah, we could do Ben talk
If you
too.
go
Yeah,
to the Ben's, you could switch it to Ben talk.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I would like to continue that. I'd like to start, keep doing that like every Saturday. Just do that. I think that would be a great show.
Yeah. And then Sunday's the listing challenge.
Yep. We got something going on every day.
Might as well make some announcements while we got everybody here.
Absolutely. Nikki's going to have her first show on Tuesday?
Wednesday. Or Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, are you going to have a guest this next one? Or are you
If I
going
get my
to?
internet working, yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping so.
Sally's first on your list, right?
I think so, if she's off.
I think she's off that day.
I am.
She's like,
I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah, she's off.
Oh, if it's okay with Sally, yeah, I'd love for her to be my first guest.
So, there you
I can
go.
make all my
Yep.
mistakes on her.
That's all right. You guys are both smart enough. You can figure them out. It'll all be good. All right, guys. Everybody have a great weekend and a great Friday, and we will see you on Monday. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.
Get all those sales.